Well, I'm in the presence of distinguished gentlemen. Joining me now, Buddy Yosha, his son Brandon from Yosha Law. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having us.
Looking so dapper as always. Let's dive right in. Your firm, the two of you, has just thrived so many years. So tell us about its rich history.
Well, I started practicing law in the middle of the last century, and I gravitated quite quickly to trial work because it was just enjoyable. You know, it's very difficult but very rewarding. And through the years, I've tried probably close to 100 jury trials, and it takes a lot out of you, but the rewards were worth it. You know, about middle of the 1980s came what's called tort reform, when one of our vice presidents gave a speech at the American Bar and said we've got too much litigation in Indiana. So then came what we call tort reform. They put caps on cases. You could only get so much out of a case and so forth. And we've had to deal with that. And lawyer advertising came in about 1980 when they started, Arizona was a test case, and they said lawyers could advertise. That's been a problem. There's some very good lawyers that do commercials, but I've always thought, are you better served by a law firm that does a good commercial, or a lawyer that does a good commercial, or a law firm that goes in front of juries and gets the job done? And are you better served?
And gets full justice,
yeah.
not discounted justice.
Full justice.
And there a lot of those TV ad firms that you see, you know, at all hours of the day, and those lawyers that are standing on top of a truck with a magic wand and a settlement check appearing magically.
Right.
It's unfortunate that most people don't know the difference between settling cheaply and settling for full justice.
Now I want to talk about why you knew you wanted to follow in your dad's footsteps.
Well,
I mean, highly successful, I would say the most successful in the state of Indiana. So how did you know he had this passion as a young kid, Buddy?
No, he was a football player. He was supposed to be in, he'd be playing in the NFL right now if it wasn't for two ACLs. Yeah. Maybe not this long, but that was his life ambition. And as soon as he got knocked out with two ACLs, he went to law school.
And I would have preferred that route, because this is a tough act to follow.
This is a tough act to follow.
And it's big shoes to fill.
But you guys, tell us about the awards you have won. I mean, everyone is just so pleased when they work with you.
Well, it's you don't see as many big verdicts in Indiana. It's a conservative state as some other jurisdictions. And the test that I've always had is, are you better served by hiring a lawyer that does a good commercial, or a lawyer that does well in front of a jury? And the answer is not hard.
Right.
And tell them about a settlement offer that the insurance companies will present, and how often these other firms who are, you know, burn and churn, getting as many cases done at a high volume, tell them about how often they take those offers.
Right, because people get confused. Do we settle, or do we go to quick cash?
I made a habit through the years of not settling a case at the 11th hour. In other words, if I have to work up a case and go till the weekend before trial, I'm going to trial, with a few exceptions.
Okay.
And we've been very fortunate to get some good results. Brandon's first jury trial, he had a big part, and it was the 12th biggest jury verdict in the state, in the country for the year. Yeah.
Yes.
So I always say, from the problem we have is the insurance industry, and you can't fault them, that delay is on their side. They get to use the money longer.
I see.
And the longer they delay, of course, it's not as good now because interest rates aren't what they used to be.
Sure.
When they were double digits, they had a field day. They would still settle. And if you do well in front of a courtroom, they have to make a decision. Do we want to go to trial with these people, or are we better served by resolving it? Fortunately, with good results,
There you
most
go.
of the cases get resolved.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good trial lawyers that work that way.
I think with Buddy, what he's instilled in me is the empathy that he's exhibited throughout the course of his life, and you have to put yourselves as a trial lawyer, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the other person, the injured victim,
Which you
whose
always
life
do.
is flipped upside down, and they're catastrophically injured, and they only get one shot at justice.
That's
you know,
right.
we're going to have 1,000 cases. Buddy's
That's
had
their
1,000
one.
cases, but that's their one bite at the apple. They can't come back in 10 years. They can't come back in 20 years. This is a forever injury, and it's their one shot. And if it were me,
Yeah.
and if it were Buddy, or if it were you, or your parents who we know and love, I wouldn't settle for cheap. I would put myself in my dad's shoes and your parents' shoes, and I would take it all the way.
All the way. And you're the men to take it all the way. As we get to wrap here, I could talk to you for hours. Please let us know where we can find you and where folks can get in touch to start the process.
Google Yosha Law.
Yosha Law.
Buddy
All right.
Yosha. It's simple enough.
That's
Try Brandon Yosha.
talk about a power team right here off the charts. Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you so much.